With more than half the country currently in lockdown, there's no doubt the impact of the latest restrictions will deliver a big hit to the economy. Retail trade already fell by 1.8% in June, just days into Sydney's lockdown. And with millions of Aussies unable to work, the government has scrambled to put extra support payments in place. Joining me now, Treasurer Josh Frydenberg. Treasurer, talk us through the support payments, who's eligible and how much can people get?
Well, there are income support payments, Kochie, and there are business support payments. So the income support payments are either of $600 or $375 per week based on the number of hours of work that you have lost. So if you've lost between 8 and 19 hours, you get the $375 payment. If you've lost 20 hours or more, you get the $600 payment. Services Australia have mobilised more than 14,000 staff to deliver these payments as quick as 40 minutes, and more than half a million claims have already been progressed. So that's, you know, a really impressive performance. And unlike JobKeeper, this money is going direct to the employee, to the worker from Services Australia. With respect to business payments, and now they're kicking in now in New South Wales, you will get between, as a business, $1,500 a week or $10,000 a week if your turnover is between $75,000 and $50 million, which is about 98% of all businesses, and your turnover has fallen by 30% or more, obviously due to these lockdowns. Now, this equates to around 40% of these businesses' payroll, so it's not insignificant amount of support, and hopefully that they can use that to obviously stay on their feet, to meet their fixed costs like rent or their energy bills or the other utility costs, and of course they can help compensate their staff as well.
Okay, not as generous as JobKeeper, less people can apply for it. How big a hit will the economy take? Like, it's getting, these lockdowns getting worse in South Australia, getting worse in Melbourne, still ongoing, getting worse in Sydney. Is there potential for this to put us into another recession?
Well, we'll probably expect that the September quarter is negative. Of course, let's wait and see what happens in the weeks ahead. But to have your two biggest states, New South Wales and Victoria, in lockdown is a big blow. Yeah. Treasury estimates that having these three states with South Australia in lockdown is costing around $300 million a day. Again, that is going to play out in many, many ways, but that's why our economic support is there. And if you look at our economic performance, Kochie, with respect to this whole recession that we've faced, we have bounced back quickly. Faster, stronger than either the Reserve Bank or Treasury had been expecting. So I'm confident that if we can get on top of this virus, that we will see a strong bounce back in the economy.
For small business, are you going to loosen up employment laws again so that business owners can stand down staff more easily?
Well, again, we're looking at all options to make it easier for small businesses to get through this pretty difficult patch.
Because you did that this time last year, didn't you?
Is understating. We did. We did, and we had a few battles, as you know, with the other side, and I would hope that any changes would receive bipartisan support, because we've got one objective here, which is to preserve jobs, to preserve businesses and help Australians get through a really rough time. No country's doing this easy, Kochie. So, I mean, in the UK you may see full crowds at Wimbledon, but 130,000 people have died, and just yesterday they had 50,000 new cases.
Yeah, but not as many people going to hospital
by any stretch.
Yeah.
And that's key. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So you will be looking at those stand-down laws. Treasurer, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Here's Nat.